Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for watching and consider subscribing if you like watching videos with old sports cars. In the previous video I showed you all the new parts that's going on the project car, the 924 Turbo. So in this video we will start by assembling some of those parts and try to install them. Probably start with the radiator and a coolant fan, water pump and so on, and see where we end up in this video. As I mentioned, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free for you, keeps me motivated doing more videos for you guys, so it's a win-win situation. So without any more delays, let's get into the video. I have now mounted the radiator back into its original position. Fits really good. I have also fitted the new water pump. I have just tightened the screws a little bit, so I need to torque them to spec. Once you do this replacement, keep in mind that this hose is really difficult to handle. So what I did is I put the water pump back first and then tried to connect the hose, and it was manageable, but it was really hard. So if you're gonna do this replacement, I recommend buying a super flexible piece of hose and attach the water pump first. The more flex you have in the hose, the better it is, and the easier that it is to get the water pump right. So now I need to put the pulley back on and then torque the bolts, and then we're gonna attach the electrical fan to the back of the radiator and keep on going from that point, I think. So I will see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I made a big mistake when I torqued down the bolts for the water pump. You see here, one of the bolts snapped. That's super bad, but it's good for you guys because now you can see how to get it out. And fortunately it's not in the worst spot. You could do much worse, but I think I will show you how to tackle a problem like this. I hope you find it interesting. Since this is the perfect time to show you guys how to get this kind of torn bolt out, I thought I would show you a couple of different methods and tools that you can use to do this. First of all, you have this like a socket with specific size hole, and you just put the broken bolt in here, and then you start to twist, and inside here you have a locking mechanism that locks the bolt down, and you can just start threading it out like that. To release, twist it the other way and you can get it off. So this is a quite neat tool to get the bolt out. Another tool is this weird looking tool. What you have here is you have a hole where you put your broken bolt in, and then you have this locking mechanism that locks the bolt down, and then you twist with a normal socket on this side. So this is also a really good tool. The more you twist, the more it grips. Really useful. And last but not least, you have the method where you drill a hole in your broken bolt, and then you have this tool. It's counter drilled, so the way it works, it grips. The more you turn it, the more it grips, and it grips when you're trying to pull the stud out. So this tool is really helpful, and for me this is going to be the method to get the bolt out of the engine block, because the two methods with these tools require that you have a certain length of the bolt left. As you can see, it takes a couple of millimeters before it grips, and it's the same one for this. It needs to be way inside. So that's not going to work for me. So the method I'm gonna use today is to drill and try this method. So what I have done here is I have tried to drill a hole in the other end of the broken bolt and just see if this works. So this is a 2mm, and you drill a 2.5mm hole into the bolt. So yeah, these are just 3 ways of taking a broken bolt or a stud bolt out, but they are really effective. I hope it is effective for me when I'm gonna use this next. So let's find out. So none of the methods I showed you before worked for me. The bolt was really stuck. So what I had to do, and what you might have seen in the video, is that I had to drill out the broken bolt and make some new threads in the exact same spot. So that's also an option that you have when you have a broken bolt. It takes time, you need to be really careful so that you make the hole in the same spot, but yeah, that's what I needed to do. So now I'm just gonna clean this area and then put the water pump back on and hopefully not break the bolts when torquing it down. After a few hours of delay due to the broken bolt, the water pump is now back in. So I also have the coolant hose connecting the thermostat housing down to the water pump. The bolts are torqued to spec, everything looks really good. But yeah, this took me a couple of hours. So take a lesson from me that if the bolts are rusty, you should probably replace them instead of reusing them and snapping the bolt like I did. So now the water pump is back in together with new hardware and it looks really good. I have now put back the pulley wheel, also down there the coolant hose there. This coolant hose right here, I put the fan back in as you can see. I have mounted these brackets that I made a quick overhaul on. They were super rusty, so I just took them out and gave them a nice coat of black paint. Next step is to put the alternator back, but before that I think I'm gonna replace the thermostat in here. Due to the mistakes that were made in this video, the progress was not as great as I would have hoped today. Hopefully we can get some more things done in the next video. But anyway, it was good that we was able to remove the broken bolt, and also good that we managed to install the water pump and the radiator. So we will continue in the next video, and as always, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. It's free for you, keeps me motivated, and I will give you some more videos soon. So that's gonna be it for this time. Thank you so much and see you later.